Hello, welcome to the good, the bad and the stupid news. My name's Wayne Lawrence. This is going to be a series of videos or daily videos, hopefully, highlighting news stories or bulletins. Basically reading the news, reading the shit newspapers so you don't have to, pulling out little stories or little things that I find interesting or funny or whatever. You've seen these little shit news 5-minute news programs that you get on Channel 5. If I could be as shit as them, I thought I'd do my own little program and see how entertaining it might or might not be. So so it's literally going to be short little videos or however long it runs on for. And today is Monday the 21st. Is it the 21st? Fucking hell, I don't even know the date. I've got the papers. Monday the 21st, roughly. Anyway, July. So anyway, cracking on. Well, that was my first cock up straight away. I've had to stop that video because I had to check the date and it's Monday, July the 22nd. So there we go. I'm going to keep that mistake in just because this is raw and it's not news at 10 or anything like that. It's just basically going to be a bit of fun. Hopefully you find some of it interesting. If not, watch another channel. So yeah, Monday the 22nd of July. We got the news today is that there's going to be a heat wave this week. So got a 700-mile wide Moroccan microwave is coming. Record-breaking sizzling temperatures. Can't beat it because the last few weeks it's been pissing down and stuff. So I welcome that. I'm luckily I live by the beach, so I might well take a day off. Executive decision because I'm self-employed, so I'm going to take executive decision, take the day off. But therefore I earn no money, so I'll be sitting there twiddling my thumbs, wondering how I'm going to get any money. Heatwave or not, there's no excuse for going out the house or anywhere near the beach in anything that resembles this. This is a photo I pulled out one of the papers. That's somebody just been caught on candid camera or something. I don't know. Imagine if you went on holiday and your mate pulled those out of his suitcase and you had to walk down the street with him. I mean, he's going to have a much better suntan than I ever will, but I think Peter Stringfellow is turning in his grave with that photo. So, but yeah, boozy Brits abroad. Something on Brits. Something about Brits when they leave the country, they just turn into maniacs, absolutely drunken maniacs, don't they? I've been one plenty of times. Bit older now, but what's this one here? Boozy Brits leaving a trail of destruction with their antics on the Algarve, including raping a shop mannequin. Shop mannequin better than any other, I guess, but rowdy tourists, sometimes clad in only a thong, could be this guy, have left residents disgusted by their drunken behaviour in the sun-drenched Albufeira. Some have even been having sex with a mannequin. One of the town centre stores, forcing the owner to bin it. I should imagine so. Explained that for many years I had a shop mannequin on the door, but she was constantly raped. I think you should have binned it after the first rape, let alone constantly raped. But yeah, drunken Brits, 18, 19-year-olds, I don't know where the fucking, don't know which way is up or down, do they? I mean, as soon as they get off the plane, they're pissed. Yeah, anyway, that's pretty standard, isn't it? That'll happen every year, guaranteed. So there's plenty more of those stories to come, I suppose, over the next few days or weeks. 40 pubs a month are closing. First half of the year closing to rise. 40 pubs a month closed in the first half of the year, owing to rising costs and cheap supermarket booze. Well, basically, they're being squeezed to shit by the government, aren't they? They're taxed to beyond belief. The costs, rates, all that kind of stuff. Why don't we just live in fucking streets full of charity shops? We're getting there anyway, but people can't afford to fucking run these places. They're having to close, and no one's giving them any breaks. But charity shops are all over the place, and the pubs are turning to McDonald's, shops are turning to charity shops. All we'll be left with is charity shops selling second-hand thongs like that guy had on earlier on. I'll keep coming back to that thong, it's in my mind, I don't know why. Philip Hammond is to resign. As of tomorrow, most likely Boris Johnson is going to be the president, or the Prime Minister, beg your pardon. he will. I guess I've likened him to the president there with Donald Trump. So it's a crazy world at the moment, isn't it? So we're going to have Hammond to resign if Bojo wins. Bojo, that is going to be the nickname of our Prime Minister. I don't know how I feel about him. So I think it's going to be a rocky road when he gets into. He doesn't know what the fucking. Don't know what he's talking about half the time, does he? But he doesn't come across as he does. He's a bit bumbling and all that kind of stuff. So I don't support them anyway. So he's not my cup of tea. Anyway, politics is not my strong point, that's for sure. A Nobel Peace Prize winning human rights activist shared the harrowing story of a family's murder by Daesh when Donald Trump was left baffled, and then he asked where they were. Did you see that? She's basically told her that her mother and her family had been murdered by ISIS, and then Donald Trump turned to her and said, "Where are they now?" He obviously misunderstood the statement, but he also obviously wasn't listening. But yeah, she's asking him to do more for the refugees or more for to intervene to help people return to their homes. But he looks like his fucking mind's a million miles away in the video. If you ever get to see it, it doesn't seem like he's listening to her at all. So, but we can hear a canary cheeping as his mind looks like his whatever. Anyway, a Star Wars figure, Boba Fett, sold for £90,000. A plastic Boba Fett figure that somebody they made the figures and then they didn't release them, and then they was going to bin them. The 100 were taken home by staff and were bought, and this one in particular, because they were going to be thrown in the bin, but this one in particular was held by a staff member, and he sold it for 90,000. So whoever's got the other 99, I'll be rubbing my hands with glee. So it's just a little plastic figure. Now that's what we want, isn't it? £90,000 or something like that. So you're working your arse off for shit money. Have a look through your drawers, people. Somebody out there has got something that's worth money. You just got to check it. Anyway, what we got here? Gordon Ramsay eating guinea pig. He's been on a TV program and he's tried guinea pig in I don't know what country. There's a country where it's a delicacy. Delicious, he says. Do not dare not serve them. But at the end of the day, all animals will be delicious if you eat them. It's just a case of should you eat them or should you not eat them. Humans would be delicious if you didn't tell somebody who it was. I'm sure people do find humans. It just tastes the same, doesn't it? It's just meat. Very, very minimal difference between the lot, really. Speaking of a seagull, grabbed a pet puppy. Puppy probably tastes nice to a seagull, but this puppy, chihuahua, has been stolen by the seagull out of the garden, and he flew off with it. And it hasn't actually. I thought, funny story, but it's not so funny because the seagull fucking didn't bring the dog back, or the dog hasn't been found. So he's like flew off with it, and he's either dropped it or it's fucking disappeared somewhere. So anybody out there sees a chihuahua, fucking flying with a flying chihuahua or a chihuahua on its own in the street where it's been dropped, you should get in touch. There's a story about it somewhere. What's this one? Ed Sheeran. I might as well bring up Ed Sheeran. He's in the news. He's always in the news. He's got £4 million he's spent on new properties around the house that he's got. He's spent £4 million. I mean, the reason I'm talking about it, it's just ridiculous. He's just got that much money that he just solve a problem, buy all the houses around the problem so that people can't hear the noise. I mean, that's a great position to be in, isn't it? He's just spent £4 million on new properties in a bid to stop his neighbours hearing the noise that he makes from his one house. So that's the way to solve a problem. Throw fucking shitloads of money at it and still hardly even break a sweat on your bank balance. Good if you got it. What's this one? A yummy mummy. She's a pretty girl. Yummy mummy. Has Hunter has been shooting fucking. What's she shot? she's a hunter and she kills for her food apparently, and she's shot 4 deer, 80 pheasants, partridges, 40 ducks, 125 pigeons. Fucking how big's her freezer? She lives in the Yorkshire Dales, and she says she's always a target for trolls because she says they treat me as if I'm a murderer. Well, you are really, aren't you? I mean, you're shooting things dead. You are killing things, so that's murder. It's not a murder, you know. Define murderer. You're a murderer. You're killing something. You're not killing someone, but you're killing something for fun as well, mind you. So serial killer, even if you like, you're a serial killer. You're fucking multiple murders, multiple killings of multiple animals. Anyway, for fun, and she says, but everybody thinks that rabbit is Thumper and every deer is Bambi. Well, you know, you obviously don't. So, who's the weirdo? So, what else we got here? Last little few here. More than half of Brits admit they would rather watch other people travel in space on TV than do it themselves. A survey by Samsung has revealed. Pathetic survey, because what choice have you got anyway? Who the hell's going to be given the opportunity to go to space anyway, other than to watch it on the TV? So that's a stupid survey, and you know, unless you're like fucking all out to be an astronaut, you've got no other option. Right, last little few. Britain's longest serving ice cream man, Frank Penner, 86, from Hull, reckons he has sold more than 3 million cones of ice cream in his 73-year career. All vanilla. That's fucking a little bit boring if you ask me, but it could be called Mr. Blonde or Mr. Vanilla. That should have been his name, really, if that's all he's serving. But yeah, how much he served? 3 million cones of ice cream. That's a fucking lot of money. 3 million quid he must have in the bank, roughly. Okay, going to wrap this up. A Brit of 45 was arrested after cops caught him using bank cards. He said his excuse was he had stolen them from muggers in Benidorm. So he'd stolen bank cards from muggers who'd stolen bank cards from people, but then he tried to draw the money out of the bank. So bit of bullshit there, I think, you know. But he's been arrested, and this is the final one for this little ditty we're doing here. Wilkos are selling you know Wilkos the store, are selling cheap Viagra. Hardware store Wilko is flogging sex pills alongside its cleaning products and bargain bird food. The discount chain has started selling the little blue pill, said to be a natural alternative to Viagra. £3 for 10. I don't know, do they work? Probably a bit shit. Probably try them, but it's quite funny. You probably see like old guys embarrassed to go in and buy, like fucking reverse outside the shop, asking young kids to go in and buy them some Viagra. You know, the way kids ask you to go in and get fags and booze. And some old guy go, can you go in and get us some Viagra? But it'd be a bit weird going up at any age, going up and, I don't, you know, can have, it's in a hardware shop, isn't it? Can have like a tin of paint, some fucking bin bags, bird food, as it said, next to the bird food, and it's whack down 40 fucking Viagras. You know, it's almost like telling the teller that you're about to have a fucking mammoth shagging session, isn't it? Or want to, or need to, but can't get a hard on. It's all like, you know, it's putting ideas. It'd be a weird situation or weird conversations. I don't know why Wilko is selling them, but people probably buy them. Poundland sold out of vibrators, so, you know, some people have got fucking, you know, brazen as fuck, ain't they? So, anyway, that's it. That's all I got. This is only a little one, but got another one hopefully coming tomorrow. But I'm going to do these as and when I remember or can be bothered. So hopefully some people watch them. I do understand that these are actually going out into space and nobody's actually watching them. So, you know, further down the line, maybe I'll get a bit of an audience. Who knows? But yes, I've been Wayne Lawrence. Thanks for watching the good, the bad, and the stupid news. Hopefully, I'm looking at the camera. I don't know if I'm looking at the camera right here. I've got to watch these back, but any alterations will be made as of tomorrow. So see you in the next video. Adios.